ready.
Man, that is going to be a slobber knocker of a game right there.
In all my time, I don't remember somebody scoring 4.
Yeah, if I use a word, jetapult, it's actually a word. People don't realize it.
Right.
Good try. No soup for you.
And Trey, go get you some wax beans and
Come back, soup to the deli, man.
yeah, go get you some wax beans and
Hey,
have
Trey,
a good day, man.
thanks for
First downs for Central Clay for 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. Roll call with a spidget.
Roll call. A spidget.
Spidget. A spidget.
Roll rock top. Yeah, it was roll rock.
Number 1.
Look at this shirt, man.
Kentucky wasn't having none of that number 1. Was it?
Oh, no.
Welcome to the big time. They weren't ready for the bright lights, were they?
Oh, no. Not hardly.
Tennessee's having a good year, though, man. That's a cool song. I hate Tennessee, but that's a cool song.
It is a cool song, but I'll go ahead and tell you right now, Kentucky.
Don't nobody want to play. Nobody wants to run into Kentucky.
And I know
For a one game, you beat Kentucky, you lose to Kentucky, you're eliminated. Nobody wants to run into Kentucky.
Well, I can tell you this much: when we go over who we think is going to be in the top 4,
Yeah.
Tennessee won't be in there. Bro.
You don't think they'll be a one seed?
I don't think so.
It's a body of work, Wally. It's not one game.
I know that just stung them. I mean, they got embarrassed last night. Me and James Sparrow sat there and had a little fire.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
Buddy watched that game. Yeah, it wasn't
Once
even
they
close.
once they got it rolling, you're right. It was on.
Man. So what's going on, man? What's up?
Not much, man. You been traveling this week, ain't you?
All week I was in Orange Beach. First
I
part
was say
of the
you were at the
week.
beach at one point, then you were in
I had to
Birmingham.
drive to Birmingham. Yeah. So
Tell us about Tim Alexander.
Oh man,
the
let me tell you,
UAB.
the UAB his
football.
name, Timothy Alexander, but
Yeah.
he'll go by Tim as well.
Yeah.
He actually
You put his picture on Facebook.
Yeah, I did. Chuck Dunn had told me about him,
Mm-hmm.
and one of our judicial assistants' son, Tyler, also coaches with Coach Clark up there.
Yeah.
And this gentleman was a stellar athlete at Tarrant, Alabama.
Okay.
And he was in a car wreck.
Uh-oh.
They made some bad decisions, and he was paralyzed, waist down.
Well, I saw he was in a wheelchair.
Yeah, so instead of just giving up in life, this kid, man, good gracious, he started working his arm strength up and his stomach muscles and stuff, and just started getting stronger and stronger. And you know what he did? He said, hey, I still want to coach in the wheelchair. So Coach Clark brought him on, but his testimony was just phenomenal. And he goes around and speaks, and he just wrote a book.
Yeah.
And that's what he was doing.
But he's coaching at UAB too.
Yeah, he coached UAB. But again, Coach Dunn knows him real well, and I want to say Noah has even told me that he had heard him speak before. So he goes around different high schools and stuff. But great guy. I mean, great story. And of course, you and I, we've seen a lot of speakers
through the years.
Yep. I have him up there ranked close where Rudy and all them. He was
Up
that
there with
good.
Rudy, huh?
Oh yeah, he was. His delivery was just phenomenal.
Yeah.
I mean, like me, when I get up there, I'm just bumbling around. But the speak in front of a great crowd, especially being in a wheelchair, was pretty good.
Gotcha.
It was good.
Gotcha.
Well, what about then? It was Valentine's.
Valentine's,
Hold on,
man.
before you tell me about your Valentine's,
Go
did
ahead.
you see all those pictures of our 80s party?
I did. Yes, I did.
I was Mr. Philip Drummond on Different Strokes. I wore the little old Eyes Odd shirt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun. Everybody liked that.
Yeah, it was. But what about you? What'd y'all do?
And that was at the
Valentine's?
drug court conference, wasn't it?
And that was at the Judicial Assistance Conference.
Oh, okay.
So what about your Valentine?
There wasn't much to it. Just Michelle and I, we're pushing 50 now, and
You are getting
and
older.
now I got her a nice card and some chocolates, and happy Valentine's. And to me, Valentine's always been too close to Christmas to get big gifts. I mean, just think about it, man. To spend a bunch of money on each other. Valentine's is just so close to Christmas. But after being married 23 years, Valentine's
just not
wake
that.
up and say, "Happy Valentine's, honey."
Yeah, go out to eat. Huh?
Go out to eat, yeah.
But the newlyweds and stuff, man.
Oh, yeah.
They still go out and get all those flowers.
A dozen roses,
dozen roses.
and they're dead in 2 days. And
I love looking at flowers. I just never been a big flower guy because it just. You better off just buying a piece of stock in Southern Company or Coca-Cola,
or some or some jewelry that you can
A meltdown?
praise, not meltdown, but she can, you know, Michelle can pass it on to the children, and you know, it become heirlooms, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Roses, they're dead.
Dead in about a week. So.
Yeah, but I guess the old saying, it's the thought that counts.
Thought that counts. There you
we
go,
had
brother.
we had some sponsors that had some real neat Valentine's dinners. Preston's and Mama Goldberg's and the Old Barn Restaurant. They all had, and Southern Roots, they all had big Valentine's dinners, and we tried to help promote that. And since we're talking about our sponsors, let's make sure we get those sponsors in real quick. The Old Barn Restaurant in Goshen, Alabama. Go see them if you hadn't tried them. It's unbelievable. Turner Mowing, 465-0600. And Blake's still running the special.
Running special. All right.
Let me tell you about Blake's special real quick, Turner Mowing. If you purchase 4 full yard maintenances, and it's for the whole summer. If you purchase 4, you get the 5th one free.
Can't beat that.
And that's free estimates, and it's got to be new customers, and you got to tell them you heard it on Neal and Wally. And that's anytime you can get a free yard maintenance. Now we're talking grass cutting, weed eating, blowing, bagging, edging, you know,
everything.
A maintenance, a yard maintenance, not just cutting the grass and we'll see you later. Your grass is cut. It's yard maintenance. Buy 4, get 1 free. Find anybody else in Troy that's bringing that deal, and I'll buy it for you, because it ain't happening. Buy 4, get 1 free with Blake Turner. 465-0600. You got to tell them Neal and Wally sent you. The Alabama Real Estate Connection over there across the street from Burger King, behind the helicopter. The Charles Henderson Athletic Foundation. We want to thank them for being our sponsor. It's never too late to donate to that, tax-free. Southern Animal Hospital and Pet Resort. Dr. Steve Barron out on 231, and he works on everything but
snakes, lizards, and donkeys.
No. He'll work on a donkey, I think.
Snakes, lizards, and parrots. No, monkeys.
Monkeys.
There you go.
He had a good time doing our commercial with us.
Oh yeah, that poor dog.
Yeah, man. But the Crease Agency out on 231 next to the railroad tracks, all your insurance needs. Yanni with the Pig Cafe, and I saw where him and Denise are opening up a Italian restaurant on the square. That'll be neat.
Yeah,
cool.
do you know what their design's going to be? Because I'm getting all my stuff ready for Troy Fest that's coming up, and I got this gigantic long painting I'm doing, and it's oil and acrylic.
Yeah.
And the last building there, I want to make sure I got.
You don't want it to be rumors.
No, I want it to be theirs, but I got to find out what their design is. So
I tell you what, I'm gonna go by there in the morning and get me some cheese grits and one of them big old cat head homemade biscuits, and I'll ask Yanni. Tell him what he's doing. I'll get with you.
Okay.
Deep South Apparel, Pete Van Horn, DSA, out of Montgomery. All your screen printing needs. He's a Troy boy. Got a big-time screen printing business in Montgomery, Alabama. Severa Ralph Baker, Hastings and Reeves, attorney at law. Crows of Brundage. You know, it's been a week or two since I've had crows. I got maybe this week. I'm going to Brundage to get me some crow chicken. Get some crows, man. Some See Miss Patsy. All-Star Collision with Derek Bell. Derek said that he ain't never seen so many deer being hit.
I know, he told me that a couple weeks ago. He
Cars,
said, Rut is in.
Cars coming in left and right, deer, fixing the deer. All-Star Collision. Jones Medical Supply, the official oxygen of Troy, and official oxygen of Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. Health Actions out in front of Hook's Barbecue. And also Hook's Barbecue. Go see Adam, get you, hey, you know what I recommend at Hook's Barbecue?
The Q potato.
The Q potato. I sure do. You get grilled chicken. Get the grilled chicken baked potato. You can go all over the state of Alabama and they can't be beat.
That is
They grill the chicken for real on top of pecan wood, and then they chop it up with a real chop it up fine and put it on a baked potato with cheese and butter and barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness, are you kidding me?
Is that Atkins friendly? Asking for a friend.
No.
Okay.
No kind of baked potatoes Atkins friendly. I've heard that the sweet potatoes are not too bad in carbohydrates, but these are real potatoes. So forget it. The UPS store right across the street from the post office. Go see them for all your printing needs and all your shipping needs. They also have P.O. boxes if you need a P.O. box with a real address. Southern Roots Restaurant, open every day at lunch. All you can eat, cafeteria style. I go out there at least once or twice a week. They're open on Thursday night and Friday nights as well.
I'm going to tell you, that is some great
some good
food, buddy.
I'm going to tell you, man. I thought it'd be a long time before anybody rivaled Sisters in the home cook department, but they're doing it.
They blow them away.
They're doing it. They're doing it. Go try Southern Roots out by the Diller Funeral Home out at Southern Roots Restaurant. Go give them a shot. and you won't be disappointed. Marco's Pizza. Troy Eye Care out on Highway 87 across from the Country Club Estates. Preston's. Hey, did you see the picture I put of Preston's this week?
I saw that.
Crawfish are coming.
Crawfish is coming, huh?
And the specials and the prices, everything be listed soon.
All right.
And the shrimp as well. Stone Cold Heating and Cooling, Matt Johnson. Pike County Ford, Mama Goldberg's on the square. Road Mart out on 231. Go see Jason Floyd and crew out on 231 for anything under the engine. And also, Wally still got his 25-inch rims on order.
Yes, sir, baby. That was a fun commercial.
Yeah, it was a fun commercial. Troy Bank of Trust, the only bank you'll ever need. And if you didn't get your Valentine's present from Glow on the square, make sure you use them for all your other needs, all your birthday needs, and all your the Glow Boutique on the square.
All right.
Go see Julie Sanders and crew up there. And we want to thank all our sponsors for graciously supporting our show and allowing us to do what we love and what seems fun and what everybody wants to hear, I guess.
You're not kidding, buddy. You're not kidding.
Also, Tori Stone with her
cakes,
and cookings and all. I think. Now she sent me a text. I think next Sunday night she's gonna have something for us to taste test on the show. And I think it might be a Mardi Gras cake.
Oh, okay.
So we'll see. We'll see. She says she wants to cook some Mardi Gras cakes for the Mardi Gras parties. She wants to be the person you ordered the cake from for your Mardi Gras party. So we'll taste test that next Sunday night.
You ever been to the Mardi Gras before?
I never have.
I got kicked by a horse one time.
How do you get kicked by a horse?
I jumped the barricade to try to get some moon pies.
I knew you had broke some type of rule.
You take the umbrella and turn it upside down, and you catch all the moon pies.
Yeah.
And I jumped the barricade, and one of the policemen and a horse kicked me. Had a hoof print on my stomach and everything.
Y'all, before the show we were talking. This is what my colleague. This is the useless knowledge stored in my colleague's brain. He comes in and he says, "Hey, I got something to show you." He says, "How do you turn your flashlight on your phone?" And I went to try to do it. It's a mess. You got swiping and pointing and swiping. He said, all you got to do is say, "Hey Siri, turn on the flashlight."
It's on.
And there it comes. Then you can go, "Hey Siri, turn off the flashlight."
It's off.
Why didn't I think of that?
I invented that.
Why didn't I think of that? The little tidbits you pick up on Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. And here's the useless knowledge that I wanted everybody to hear.
And this is for Buford
This is what he couldn't wait to get home from a week of conference in Orange Beach and Birmingham. "Hey man, let me show you something." Siri, why is a fire engine red?
Because they have 8 wheels and 4 people on them. And 4 plus 8 is 12. And there are 12 inches in a foot. And 1 foot is a ruler. And Queen Elizabeth was a ruler. And Queen Elizabeth was also a ship. And the ship sailed the seas. And in the seas are fish. And fish have fins. And the Finns fought the Russians. And the Russians are red. And fire trucks are always rushing around.
This is what I have to deal with, folks. This is what I get after hadn't seen him for a week. Is ask Siri why fire trucks are red. Now y'all got to feel sorry for me now. This is what I have to put up with. And anyway, God love it. We have fun. But hey, also. Man, tell us about the wrestling event.
Okay, Daddy, do we need to take a commercial break before we talk about this, or are we up on it?
Well, we're getting close. We'll talk about the wrestling in just a second. Recreation baseball and softball are off and running. Teams are picked. People are meeting for their first practices. Hey, everybody's excited about the new teams they're on, baseball, softball, and man, spring is just right around the corner.
Oh, yeah.
If you didn't get signed up for recreation softball, give Dan Smith at Recreation a call and check it out. Troy's got one of the best recreation programs in the Southeast. We'll take our first break of the night. We'll be right back.
We'll talk about wrestling.
Man, what's that noise? What are you doing with that air conditioner heating unit?
Neal, my air conditioner went out last night, and I'll tell you what, I watch YouTube, and I know how to do all this stuff now.
Look, Wally, this could be really dangerous, man. You need to call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling, 268-0917. Licensed, insured, and bonded. You need to call Matt Johnson, Wally.
Hey, Neal, what does this red thing do?
Don't pull on the red wire. That could be dangerous, man. What'd you do? Don't pull on that red wire. Good gravy. Now you've done it. Call Matt Johnson with Stone Cold Heating and Cooling.
Mr. Neal, is this the crazy guy that does the sports show with you?
Yes, it is. Wally, what are you doing up here at Globe? How long has he been up here?
He's been up here for like an hour, and he hasn't moved, and he's scaring off the customers.
Wally, I know you said you were going to Globe to get Holly a birthday present, but you're taking this a little bit into extremes, don't you think? Acting like a mannequin? We're going to have to call the law. Come to Globe for all your needs. Up on the square. Globe Boutique. That's some good banana pudding right there. Southern roots, man. That's some good food. Wally, what are you doing out there, man?
I just ran 10 miles. Come get some of this banana pudding. Did you leave me some?
It's the best banana pudding we've ever had, man. Hey, Southern Roots, they're open Sunday through Friday for lunch. It'll be the best banana pudding you've ever had. Man, I'm glad you made it. How far did you walk?
10 miles.
Come all the way from Brundage?
Yeah.
Come on, let's go eat.
Yes, sir.
Hey, Neal, how are you today?
I'm good. I want some of these chicken nuggets. Well, I want them down here at Crows and Brundage. Wally, what are you doing in the kitchen at Crows and Brundage?
Oh, man, I'm trying to steal the secret sauce recipe.
Man, they're not going to give you the secret sauce recipe. Put that sauce back. Patsy, now he's got the sauce. Unbelievable. Come see them at Crows and Brundage. Hey, they got fried okra, catfish on Friday nights, wings, honey barbecue wings, any kind of wings, and the best chicken nuggets in the world. Come see them. Crows and Brundage. Thank you. What are you doing in the surgery room at Southern Animal Hospital Pet Resort?
I'm about to circumcise this dog.
Man, don't circumcise that dog. Let Dr. Steve Barron help you with the spaying and neuter process. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort, 770-1838. You got to be a medical professional and board certified to perform these kind of dog procedures on surgery. Give him a call. Southern Animal Pet Hospital Resort.
Kiss. It's Kiss. I've never heard the song before. You never heard that? I probably have. I was never a huge Kiss fan, but I liked Kiss's popular songs. I never got into their obscure songs like that. That wasn't a deep track song, man. That was off Hotter Than Hell album. It was good.
Gotcha.
Good.
No wonder I didn't know about it.
Okay, we got to talk wrestling.
I gave in.
Okay.
We got to talk a little wrestling.
All right. And this is all for our viewers, and we need a lot of feedback on this. But as you know, Neal and I, we're at the age where we used to really love the wrestling.
Back in the day.
Back in the day that we used to go down to Houston County Farm Center and watch some of the old timers.
Late 80s, early 90s.
Late 80s, early 90s. Well, this happened a couple years ago. Dr. Hicks, myself, and Dr. Edwards, we went down and saw a all-star wrestling match where all the old timers came and they signed autographs and stuff, and it was a huge hit. So we went back again last year. Well, anyway, this year on May the 11th.
Go ahead and tell everybody you wouldn't miss it for the world.
Oh, I wouldn't miss it for nothing. But on May the 11th, on a Saturday night, what we're trying to do, and we've been talking to Mr. Dennis Gale. He's the gentleman from Bainbridge, Georgia, who puts these events on, and Aaron Gartland, he's an attorney down in Dothan. What they're going to do is this. They've agreed to let us come, not do wrestling matches because that's a different product.
We won't be there during wrestling.
We won't be doing the wrestling matches. But let me name some of these all-time greats that you and I, our age folks, have seen before. We got the meet and greet. We got Tennessee Stud Ron Fuller, the Midnight Express, Bullet Bob Armstrong,
No relation.
Yeah, Wildcat Wendell Cooley, Lord Humongous, remember him?
Yeah.
Dr. Tom Pritchard, Jake Snake, Pretty Boy Jimmy Golden, Frankie the Thumper Lancaster. Anyway, all these gentlemen's going to be there, but what Mr. Gale wants, Neal and Wally.
Is Bulldog Johnny going to be there?
I'm pretty sure Bulldog Johnny will be there.
He may ride down there with us.
But check this out, because our show is getting bigger and bigger and bigger, what we were trying to do was to have some of these gentlemen come on set where they're going to have us a studio booth there, and we're just going to kind of interview them, and they're going to talk about their product and stuff, because you got folks like Ron Fuller that has like 20,000 plus podcast users. So it's going to benefit us as well as them.
Yeah, it could be really big, and give us some feedback on Facebook, on Messenger, or just on our site.
Oh yeah.
And let us know. Was that something you'd want us to do? Or is that something you'd be interested in us doing? Yeah. Or, could you care less if we go to Dothan and see these very recognizable old All-Stars?
Yeah, and you got two of them in the Hall of Fame.
Us interview them and cut up with them and have some laughs with them.
Exactly.
So we really need some feedback before we spend a lot of money.
And it's just, it'll be a once a year thing, because they only do one day. They only do it once a year. But for them to reach out to us, I thought was very huge. Mm-hmm. And again, I mean, we're getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, we're doing baby steps, and you can tell by our sponsors and people just knowing who we are. But everybody knows, and Dr. Hicks and Dr. Edwards, they know that I love wrestling, and you did too.
Well, it's not that I don't like. It's not that I don't like wrestling. That's just not what I'm going at. That's just not my thing. If I was there, I'd enjoy it.
Man,
I'd thoroughly enjoy it once I get down there.
They might have some midget wrestling down there, or little people wrestling.
You already said it now.
What?
Midget.
Well, hey, Judge Curtis.
He'll get us thrown off the air.
Judge Curtis, he likes wrestling too.
Okay, good.
But anyway, like Neal said, give us some feedback, because again, it's dear to my heart. I really love it. These gentlemen are getting real old.
They are.
To have Neal and I
want to meet them. It'd be fun.
Oh, man, Tennessee Stud. I may not be able to interview. I'll be shaking. He was my hero. But anyway, that's the wrestling update. And we still got a while, couple months.
Yeah, give us an update on that. Want to remind everybody about our March Madness Pick'em contest coming up, which will be on the internet. You fill out your brackets. Wally thinks Kentucky's going to win it all. We'll have a sponsor for that. Probably give away a dinner like we did on the bowl pool, on the bowl pick'ems. Not sure who the dinner sponsor is going to be yet, but it'll be somebody really neat that you'll want to go to. Alabama Real Estate Connection with Dean and Toby Adams is going to give away coolers during the contest. That'll be really neat too. And
did you get me one by chance?
Not yet. I ain't even got one yet, and I'm gonna get one for you.
I've got all this travel ball coming up. I'm gonna need a
Man, I coached softball all day yesterday.
Yeah, tell me, I saw that big old ring.
Addison got a huge hit in one of the games.
Cool.
She just ripped it down third base and went right over the top of third base and cleared the bases, big one.
Cool.
And the tournament director saw it, and they were giving out MVP rings, and they gave her an MVP ring. She was grinning from ear to ear.
Oh, man. Blake texted her last night at dinner.
Did he?
Because he saw it. I said, look at this, man.
But anyway,
baseball's upon us, man.
Sydney was always, getting game-winning hits and stuff like that. So for Addison to be to finally do something special like that, it meant a lot.
That is cool.
But coached all down. Whew, I was tired today, man.
Oh, I know you were, man.
Knees hurting.
We got it next weekend.
Y'all
First
do?
round of travel ball.
Good luck with that. I started yesterday. Hey, NFL. Broncos made a big move. John Elway acquiring Joe Flacco from the Baltimore Ravens. And I'm going to tell you what. To me, that screams two things. One is the obvious. The Ravens are putting all their eggs in the Lamar Jackson basket. The old Heisman Trophy winner from Louisville, who was he was originally from Miami, but he signed with Louisville and won the Heisman Trophy. And I'm just not so sure Baltimore should be putting all their eggs. He's not a proven commodity to me.
He's not. That's a good take.
He reminds me a lot. He's very, very gifted. Very, very gifted. And, I just, sooner or later, you guys sit back in the pocket and pick them apart, and I'm not so sure he can do that. But we'll see, because Baltimore is rolling with it. And the second thing that just jumps out to me in that is John Elway looking desperate? He's tried a different quarterback for 6 straight years. He's tried a different quarterback. Well, not 6. Ever since Peyton retired, he's tried a different quarterback. And so we'll see where this goes with Joe Flacco going to Denver to the Broncos. See if he can get them back, because they got a great defense in Denver.
Yeah,
they just need a quarterback. So college football, Kyler Murray, the Oklahoma Heisman quarterback, this week on his Twitter feed made his final decision. And you and I spoke that, what about these NFL teams making moves and trading picks and shuffling money to draft Kyler Murray? And what if he goes to play baseball? Well, he put it out there this week, I think it was Monday or Tuesday, that he is for sure foregoing baseball. He's all in on the NFL. Where do you pick him, Wally? Where do you pick him?
He'll go second or third.
You think he will?
Yeah.
Somebody gonna trade up to get him?
I'm gonna tell you, man, that kid is an athlete.
Yeah.
And he's a good kid. I mean, so
Yeah.
you got two great combinations there. Now, if he was a bad kid and had, like Manziel, trouble.
Well, you know, when they drafted Johnny Manziel, they knew this cat is trouble.
Oh yeah.
I mean, he was trouble. He almost got arrested at the combine. Remember?
Yep.
I mean, that's just. I mean, so they know. But anyway, you're right. He is a good kid. He's a good kid, and he hadn't been in any trouble or anything. But you know, the only knock on him was he bounced around. You know, he quit one school, went to another, and you know, I don't know. We'll see.
Customary.
Yeah, but the Cardinals and the Jets, the Cardinals and the 49ers and the Jets got the top 3 picks. The Raiders got the 4th, and Tampa. They all got quarterbacks. So we'll see. And the mock drafts have all those teams going for defensive ends and offensive linemen. Yeah. So we'll see. What I'm reading is that the Jacksonville Jaguars at 7, or either the Bengals trading up to 7 or 8, getting Dwayne Haskins or Kyler Murray. The quarterbacks are going 7 and 8. That's what I'm reading. Yeah. So we'll see. But anyway, Kyler Murray, he's all in on football. So that ought to be interesting right there. And Quinnen Williams, the defensive tackle from Alabama in the mock drafts, has kind of bumped down. I don't know why. Why? We hadn't played any football. But now he's bumping down.
Couldn't jump rope fast
Maybe
enough.
so.
You know,
Maybe
crazy
so.
stuff.
Who knows, man? And the combine invites, don't forget that the SEC had 90 invited to the combine. The combine is going to be on the NFL channel. You got a caller on February the 26th, the NFL combine. You're on Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. How you doing tonight?
Good. How you doing?
Doing well. Who we got?
It's Coach Whitten.
Hey, we were about to get into baseball, Coach Whitten.
Sure, we're Coach Whitten. This is the head baseball coach at Charles Henderson High School. And Coach Whitten, tell us about your winter development and diving into this schedule and what are we looking for in Charles Henderson baseball this winter and spring?
You know, we got into some 5-on-1s, fall evaluation period. Brought guys in once a week, and we had our long toss program going. Kind of had some bullpen stuff late there in the fall. Yeah. Really had a really good fall. Saw some big improvements from some guys, you know, at different age levels. So we're excited about, you know, what we saw over the fall and kind of putting that into play tomorrow and get this thing rolling.
Who's some of your ace pitchers this year, Coach?
We got Brock Kuhner back. You know, he didn't play last year.
He got hurt, didn't he?
Yeah. Yes, he was hurt. We'll have Walker Stallworth, Anthony Gerba, Jackson Giles, Caden Bryant, Will Reeves, a couple of those other guys that'll pitch. But that'll be the guys you'll see a lot of. A lot of the same guys you saw last year. Really the only guy that we got this year that we didn't have last year is Brock, obviously, because he was hurt. But I think you'll see a bunch of different guys, though, at different times for us this year.
Well, that's good. And I guess you still got a lot of good speed. Chance Pollard and a few of them, I know that they're going to be speed demons. And
I mean, we got some guys who can really run. We'll have those guys kind of spread out throughout the lineup between Chance and Jackson and J.B. Sanders, are a couple of guys who come to mind when you talk about speed. So we'll mix that in with some guys who are going to hit for a little bit more power, you know, and try to play a little bit different game than we played last year. We'll try to, you know, put a lot more pressure on people. We'll bunt, hit and run, steal bases. Anything we can do to kind of get somebody out of position that gives us a better chance to score is, you know, kind of what we're looking at doing. So
I like that.
It'll be exciting to watch. It'll be a little bit different style of baseball than like I said, what we played last year. But, you know, we're excited about the direction the program's going and look forward to putting a good product on the field every night.
Well, what about, I know you picked up one player on a transfer, Cole McWhorter. How's he?
Is he fitting in okay?
He's fitting in good?
Oh, yeah, he is. he fits right in with those guys. He's played a lot of baseball with those guys, growing up. He's familiar with those guys. So it was an easy transition for him, I think. Big pickup for us, and we're looking for big things out of him this year.
Well, that's good, Coach. And I know you're still busy, and we appreciate you calling. But I do got one last question. Who's going to be your PA guy since I'm not going to be up there this year? Because I had all the funny stuff I used to throw on the speakers.
Yeah, I don't know who's going to fill your place. I don't know if we can get anybody to do as good a job as you can. But
it won't be tough. Don't worry, Coach.
Mr. James Sparrow help us out.
He'll do
that.
Mr. Frank Scarborough help us out some.
Yeah. My son Noah used to tell me, Dad, you just embarrassed me up there.
It'll be okay. You did a great job for us.
Coach Whitten, thank you so much for calling, and best of luck this year. And I know, and you were kind of on short notice last year, and jumped and welcome to the fire and jumped in, and now you got a full off season under your belt, and we're all looking forward to it. And best of luck. And
they start tomorrow, 12 o'clock and 2 o'clock. They play Mulberry at Troy University.
Yes, sir.
The Sykes Memorial Tournament.
Nice.
Thanks for calling, Coach.
Appreciate
Yes,
it.
sir. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Well, it's not the Sykes.
Well, the Sykes is the following weekend.
The next weekend. Okay.
But I appreciate Coach calling. But I tell you, that pushes us up against our break time, so we're going to take a short commercial break and be right back.
Well, hey there, Mr. Wally. How you doing?
Doing well.
Good. How'd you get in here?
I better not tell you.
Uh-oh.
They don't even open till 4. Well, I'm waiting to hear Mr. Lenny Traver play, and I'm going to give him one of these bad boy steaks that they won an award for. Best steak in the state. Also, best catfish awards a couple years in a row. Hey, my personal favorite is the fried shrimp and the cheese grits. Also, not mentioning the cheese biscuits that come out before the meal. You're going to love that. I know. And a little live music, like you said, Mr. Lenny Traver, you can't beat it down at the old barn in Goshen, Alabama. Come see them.
Come see us.
Man, what in the world? You just dang T-bone me right here. What in the heck? Playing with fidget spinner? Well, did you have a wreck?
Mr. Wally.
Man, this girl right here playing with this fidget spinner, texting on the phone to T-bone me right here in the parking lot. I was about to go pay my speeding ticket.
Right here at the police station?
Yeah.
Well, luckily at the police station, we can just call All-Star Collision 808-8822. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm sorry. Can I have the fidget spinner back?
Yeah, you can
Please,
have it.
Mr. Wally.
All she's worried about is a fidget spinner. Call All-Star Collision for all your accidents. 808-8822.
You gained donuts? Hey, Neal!
Man, you all right? What have you done now?
Man, I fell off the roof, man.
What are you stapling lights up there?
Yeah, man, I'm hurt bad this time.
You back?
Yeah, I might need a cane, man.
Oh my God, a scooter too?
Yeah, they got scooters at Jason Jones' place.
And call Jason Jones, the official oxygen of all Troy. Jason Jones at Jones Medical. Go see them, give them a call. They will hook you up with all injuries, everything. Wally, you fell off this ladder?
Yeah, I did.
Jason Jones, Jones Medical.
Roughing the kicker. Roughing the kicker.
What kind of call is that? You can't see nothing.
Yeah, I
you can't
can.
throw a football flag in a basketball game.
Yeah, I can.
You need to go get your eyes checked, like for real check.
Where at?
Troy Eye Care, 566-7172. Troy Eye Care on Highway 87. Don't be calling basketball unless you get your eyes checked.
Oh, Wally, what are you doing back here?
Oh, I'm steaming the sandwich.
That thing's hot now.
I can tell you.
They serve hot steam sub sandwiches here at Mama Goldberg's in Troy, Alabama. And you will burn yourself on that steam. Hey, they got Rice Krispie treats, double doozy chocolate chip cookies, regular chocolate chip cookies, cakes in a cup, chili, potato soup, you name it. Great atmosphere. They have bands on Thursday nights. Come see them at Mama Goldberg's for a hot steam sandwich, Wally.
I can tell you.
Troy, Alabama.
I'll tell you.
Vanilla Ice.
One hit wonder.
I'm a deal. Vanilla Ice. Falco.
You know why I played that?
Why'd
I
you
thought
play
something funny. When I was younger, I thought it said hot potatoes.
Hot potatoes.
Listen to it. Listen to it. See if it don't say hot potatoes.
Okay. It did sound like hot potatoes. Hot potatoes, hot potatoes, hot potatoes. Yeah, they are saying hot potatoes. Always something with food.
Hey, the new Alliance American Football League is 2 weeks under the belt.
2 weeks.
Hey, it's pretty interesting. I'm enjoying it. Birmingham the Iron is out to a 2-0 start, and Trent Richardson, the former Alabama star running back, is the star running back for Birmingham. I mean, he's getting all the carries. I mean, the other running backs for the Birmingham Iron for both games combined have like 2 and 3 carries. I mean, he's carrying the load. I mean, they're giving it to him. And yesterday they played Salt Lake City and was trailing the entire game and made a big comeback. And Trent Richardson got the winning touchdown carry, and the Birmingham Iron beat the Salt Lake City 12-9 in a defensive struggle. And also yesterday, Arizona beat Memphis 18-10. So
a lot of low-scoring games in these.
Yeah, well, you know, it's a brand new league. Now Orlando put up 40 last week on Memphis with Spurrier, so there was a few that were scoring. But hey, Birmingham, I'm gonna hook on to them, and they're 2-0. That's who I'm gonna root for in the Alliance American Football League, and along with Trent Richardson, former Troy standout defensive end, Massaquoi. Jonathan Massaquoi. He's from the state of Georgia, and Troy had him on their team, and he was drafted by the Falcons and played a year or two with the Falcons. And Massaquoi is leading the Birmingham Iron with 2 sacks on the season, and second place of sacks for the entire league, with Jonathan Massaquoi, former Troy defensive end, getting it done for the Birmingham Iron right there. And that's pretty neat. Yeah. Today, Orlando is at San Antonio this afternoon right now while we're doing the show. And tonight, Atlanta is at San Diego. And Atlanta got thumped last week by Steve Spurrier in the Orlando Apollos. So we'll see how the Atlanta Legend does out in San Diego tonight. And that's what I'm going to watch tonight. Hey, it's got my attention. How about you?
It does me. I'm gonna watch a little bit of it for sure.
I mean, really, it really does. I mean, football's football, and I'm gonna watch football. And you know, if it was the XFL or some of that, I'd flip over and just watch some. But I'll watch this whole game probably.
Yeah, I did. Well, I guess you was at baseball today.
Yesterday.
But today I did get to watch a little bit of the golf, watch some of the golf and NASCAR, which we still had to find out who.
Let's check right now.
Let's check.
This is live on the air.
We've been doing this for 30 minutes.
Who's winning the Daytona 500?
Denny Hamlin won the 2009.
Denny Hamlin, right there. Denny Hamlin, look at there.
Didn't I say Denny Hamlin was going to win?
No, you said Kyle Busch.
No, just the commercial break. I said Denny Hamlin going to come from behind and get him.
You said Kyle Busch.
Oh my goodness.
I don't know what he said. But Denny Hamlin wins the Daytona 500. That's kind of the Super Bowl of NASCAR.
It is. Strange they do it always at the beginning of the season. But I tell you what, one crazy thing, and I always think about Daytona 500 because me and my dad and Carmi and Chris, we've been to so many races. You and I have been to
We went to the Cracker Barrel 500. I never been a big NASCAR buff, but Wally kept on and kept on and kept on until I went to the Atlanta Cracker Barrel 500 or 400 or whatever it was. And it was all right. Hey, everybody needs to you need to try everything once, and it was all right. I enjoyed it. I had bought me a Rusty Wallace hat.
Yeah, I was a Dale Jarrett guy, man. But I'll say this.
Crusty Rusty.
I'll tell you this, and we'll move on. I think when Dale Earnhardt crashed and died,
the sport started dwindling,
going down.
I agree. I was watching NASCAR from afar. I wasn't a big NASCAR fan, but I'm a sports fan, so I kind of watched NASCAR from afar. And you're exactly right, Wally. After Earnhardt hit that wall and snapped his neck and didn't make it, and NASCAR just kind of started dwindling. Yeah. And Junior, they used to spot Junior here in Troy at the front porch.
Yeah, Junior would come.
He was dating a girl that went to Troy, I think. But NASCAR, the Super Bowl of NASCAR, Denny Hamlin wins the Daytona 500. I rode by the track about 2 months ago.
Did you?
Yeah.
Should have went in there and said you was a sports shout Neal and Wally interview.
Man, they want to charge you like $30 just to walk in there and look. I was like, I ain't paying $30 just to walk in there and look. You kidding me?
Next year, that's us. We're going to be there.
Daytona?
We're going to the Masters, working on that. We're going to sneak in Rays Creek.
With our credentials?
Yeah.
Sneaking in Rays Creek, they'll be done shot us with a machine gun. Colin, help me out on this, man. Anyway, high school basketball. This past week, the playoffs were in full swing, and right out of the gate, Charles Henderson beats Tallahassee in the first round, but in the second round they get eliminated by Sylacauga. And Sylacauga was the defending state champions, but hey, great season by the inaugural coach, Doug Branson.
Yeah, hats off.
Hats off to Doug coming in there and on a short notice without a fall and getting a great season under the belt, winning the area championship. Charles Henderson Trojans, but the CHH girls beat Briarwood and they advanced to the Final Four. Pike Lib beats Morgan Academy earlier this week, but loses to Bessemer, and now they're eliminated. But hey, hats off to
great season as well.
Yes, right. And Copeland got hurt his hand. That had to have been a big factor in them getting eliminated. He wasn't 100% Copeland there, and he's one of their big rebounders. The Brantley girls, they won and they move on in the playoffs. Daleville wins, and they play Abbeville this week. They're moving on.
Yeah, Neal Slocum beat Pike Road.
Yep.
And Enterprise beat Phoenix City, and they're still alive.
Yep.
Goshen was eliminated by Houston Academy. Pike County lost to Slocum and then was put out of the playoffs. They also had a great season.
They did.
Geneva County girls beat Abbeville, and GW Long beat Sampson.
That's right.
So,
and real quick, we'll go over the playoffs and what's left before we take our next break. In the 2A, GW Long plays Geneva Tuesday at 4. Charles Henderson in the 5A girls, they're down to the Final Four, and they play the #1 ranked team in the state, Ramsey. And that'll be Wednesday at 9 a.m. And the other two teams are Madison Academy and Pleasant Grove. And the Brantley, the 1A girls, Brantley's there, and they're also in the Final Four. They'll play Westminster Oak Mountain Monday at 3 p.m. And the other two teams that are in there with Brantley and Westminster Oak Mountain is Phillips and Faulkville.
Delville's 2A boys are in the Final Four. They play Central Coosa Tuesday at 5:45. The other two teams are Vincent and Tanner, and then Slocum 3A boys are in the Final Four. They play Bullitt County Wednesday at 3:15. Then the other two 3A schools are Lauderdale County and Westminster Christian. But Neal, the 5A girls are they still in Montgomery?
I'm not sure. I think they move on up to Birmingham, don't they?
Somebody text us.
Final Four is in Birmingham.
Final Four.
Yeah.
Text me so I can put that on the show. And then finally, Enterprise 7A boys play Robert E. Lee in the round of 8 Tuesday at 10:45 a.m.
Hey, a lot of local schools right there. I mean, we're looking at GW Long and Geneva County and the 2A girls, Charles Henderson and the girls, Brantley and the girls, Delville and the boys, Slocum and the boys, Enterprise and the boys, Bullitt County and the boys. I mean, a lot of local, what I call wiregrass teams looking good in the basketball state playoffs. And congratulations on all the teams that are eliminated on a good season. And looking forward to moving into baseball and softball and track and field and everything else. We'll take the next break. We'll be right back with you in just a second.
Good morning, everybody. This is Neal from Sports Chat with Neal and Wally. It's time for my morning biscuit. I want you to look how big that biscuit is. I'm going to put this butter on that biscuit. Came from the Pig Cafe out on North 3 Notch. Go see Yanni. Get you a real biscuit. Hey, Wally, what you got there?
Where'd you get that biscuit at?
This is Pig Cafe on North 3 Notch. Where'd you get that?
Oh, man, 231, one of those big box chain stores out there.
Man,
they even got a paper straw.
Man, look at the size of that little thing. Look at
Good
it.
gracious.
I'm about to put butter on this. Is 3 times the size of that.
I should have gone see Yanni.
Go to the Pig Cafe on North 3 Notch or call them for catering, 334-770-0134. Get a real biscuit.
Don't want a wimpy biscuit.
Wally, what you got there? Hey, man, I'm fishing for sharks, dude. Cane pole and wigglers? Oh, heck yeah, man. When you're in deep south of barrel, you look good, you feel good, you can fish good. Well, I got on these. What you got? I got a big shark. Could be Charles's cousin with a cane pole. No, Pete Van Horn, Deep South Apparel. Look for him on Facebook. Deep South Apparel. You might catch your shark. Wait a minute. Break it. It broke. The shark broke the hook. We're going to get him next time.
Wally, where you been, man?
Neal, I've been across the street
Good
over
Lord,
there.
what are you going to do with all that?
I traveled across the street over there. The line was out the door, man. And I saw the UPS store, so I thought I'd come in here and see
Well,
if I
I'm
could
glad
get
you
the
came
mail.
to the UPS store.
Where's the UPS store? Let me help you with that.
Good, look at this, man. Can you help him mail all this?
Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Good deal.
I'll have
Hey,
and everything for you.
grade A customer customer service at the UPS store. Give them a call today, 566-9470. Don't go across the street. Go to the UPS store for all your copying, printing, and shipping needs. Wally, what are you doing in that Mustang GT 350 out here at Pike County Ford?
Man, I'm about to buy this sweet ride and hit 231 and put my fuzz buster on there, bro.
And you're going to need a fuzz buster in that thing. Is that a 5-speed manual shift?
Yeah, it is. 5-speed like a race car, man.
Sweet ride. Look at the clutch, everything, man. Hey, up to $5,000 more than Kelly Blue Book value on your trade-in. Come see them at Pike County Ford. They're dealing. Wally, what are you doing at Road Mart on 231 in Troy, man? What are you doing at that tire?
Oh, Neal, I'm going to put some 25s on this bad boy.
Oh, Lord, 25?
Yeah.
They even make 25?